Hey, good afternoon, and welcome back to the ninth Head Chicano in Charge podcast. I thank all of those of you who keep showing up. Thank you very much for being my inspiration to continue. Now that it's costing me money to pay for this, I will look. I will have to do many more. Let's cut to the chase right now. Um, we all grew up around the same time. We all grew up listening to the same music. We all listened to our parents, our aunts, and our grandparents saying, "Why do you listen to this music? It doesn't make any sense. You can't understand what they're saying, etc., etc., etc." And then I remember in music class, the music teacher looked at us and said, "Hey, you guys won't be listening to this in 50 years." And yeah, you know what? He was wrong. 50 years more, here we are still listening to it. But one of the things we never talked about, and I mean we, all the vatos, we never talked about our secret, like of Elvis. And anytime we ever talked about Elvis, it was like, yeah, he ain't, we never gave the man his credit. And over all these years, we keep listening to the same music that we listened to as kids, and you get a greater appreciation for the man's work. Because I do remember in our house, my mom had an album, something like 50 Million Frenchmen Can't Be Wrong. And I remember from there, I came to love Return to Sender, and I think Marie's the name of his latest flame. So I got the background there. I try to hide it. But, the older you get, the seemingly you want to party more. I don't know, maybe it's our urge to look like we're still living. But I have found that you go to functions, and Elvis is not dead. He's alive. And he comes in a whole lot of different forms. He looks different every time I see him. Sometimes he's big, sometimes he's small. Sometimes he's Mexican, sometimes he's Asian, hell, sometimes he's black. But Elvis still lives. And in regards to that, I want to bring in, returning from a 3.5 month engagement in Tokyo. Say what? Oh, I'm sorry, Little Tokyo. He's really really never quite left the building, halfway out but halfway in. He is a legend in his shower and in his own mind. But more than that, he's a friend. Let us show your love and a big, big round of applause for Fernie Elvis Ramirez. Hey, Elvis! Whoa! Woo! 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 Woo!
How you doing, sir?
Good, good, good. Hey, I'm gonna have to add that belt don't look like it keeps the pants on. It looks like it's gonna help them fall off more.
Oh, you can.
You gotta put some pesos on your way. But hey, you look good.
Thank you, man. Thank you very much.
Yeah, here. I even got a great introduction here. I even wrote it out.
You did.
Okay, here we go. Good to see you. You are looking puro suave, so I won't waste time asking you how you are, because you look simply marvelous. And you know it.
That's a good intro, man.
Okay, so here we go. Who is Fernie? Who is Fernie? Where do you call home? What are your earliest memories of music?
Well, I'm from Baldwin Park, and my earliest days of music was, of course, when I was in high school, listening to all those oldies but goodies, and just started singing those songs, and that's what got me into this mess that I'm in now.
Huh.
But I'm just in my late 30s. I heard an Elvis song called "Trick Me Nice," and I couldn't figure out what the background singers were singing, so I started really paying attention.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to get into the picture here. Go on. I apologize.
It's all right. So started listening to the music, and I started singing his music, and I really enjoyed his movements and his character, and of course his generosity. He was a great guy, and it's just sad that he had to leave us at that age. But then I just started singing his songs, and karaoke came into being. So I started singing at the different karaoke venues, and I started singing this. Well, after a couple of shots of tequila, I
Only
got
a
up.
couple?
Okay, 5 shots of tequila. I get
Thank
up
you.
the nerve to sing "Can't Help Falling in Love." So this lady comes up to me after, and she says, "Wow, that was just like Elvis." So I said, "Hey, maybe I got something here, you know." So I started singing at other venues and stuff, and then I sang it again. Only 2 shots of tequila, so I was a little more
Building
brave
courage,
now.
huh?
Yeah, yeah. So as I was walking back to my seat, the lady that I passed by there, she was crying, and I said to her, "Excuse me, miss, but was I that bad?" She goes, "No, no, no. That's the song my daddy used to sing to me when I was a little girl." So I said, "You know what? I'm bringing back all these good memories and maybe some bad memories." So started singing around the different venues, and people were asking me, "Hey, do you do parties?" And I said, "Yeah, yeah." I never really did. So I got some gigs, and I bought me a $12 costume and added jewels on it with chicle, and putting them on there.
No super glue for you, huh?
And, and so I knew I did a good show because the jewels were all over the floor, and it was crazy.
Now, I
But
have a
but
question
let me
about
tell you,
that.
yeah,
I'm sorry. Were the jewels all over the floor because they got ripped off you or because the chicle just didn't hold?
both,
Okay,
both,
just
yeah,
checking, just checking.
yeah. So so now my outfits, my jumpsuits are like $1,900. So I've been very fortunate, and I'm doing shows all over Southern California, and so that's what I'm doing now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
known Fernie for a while, and he's part of the exclusive Zipper Club. And if you look at us, he looks a whole lot bigger than I do.
Well, I am a bigger star.
Okay,
You
I
know.
let him have that one. But here, let me raise my seat because this ain't right. I lowered it more. Okay, I forget. But hey, you've lost a lot of weight. How much has it cost you to alter those $1,900 jumpsuits? Or are you just stuffing cotton in you to fill out the spots?
Yeah, you got my secret there. A lot of padding, and yeah, but yeah, I had my triple bypass a couple of years ago, and I just can't gain weight. I went from 156 down to 128, but I'm at I'm at 130 now, so I'm just still moving around and doing my thing, doing the 50s Elvis and the Vegas Elvis, and I'm having a great time. Having a great time.
In terms of that, most of us, the last time we were 130, we were probably in the eighth grade, just by way of
Yeah,
context.
that's right.
But
That's right.
for someone who's in the grave, you're looking pretty suave, like I said earlier. Now, let's get to some of your performances. If you can remember, which is one performance that you would rather forget? Let's start with the embarrassing stuff. We'll finish with the great stuff.
You had to ask that question.
Oh man, that's what I'm here for.
Well, because I lost weight, I was doing a show and my belt just slipped right off. It was really embarrassing, but I try to make it part of my show. So uh, everybody laughed and stuff, and that's what I do in my show. Nobody else does what I do in my show because I thought these up myself. Because Elvis used to like to kid around a lot, and so so I do a lot of funny stuff, and I work the crowd and stuff. So and the best performance that I think is coming up. I'm gonna be. I just got a call from Saint Gregory the Great Church, and they're looking for some entertainment. So they're calling on me to see if I can do my Elvis show there. So that's going to be one of my highlights of my show.
Well, let's continue. Let's continue shamelessly plugging this. What day is it?
I have to get back to them. They're going to get back to me. They're going to let me know. I think it's August. Don't quote me on this, but I think it's in August 8th, 9th, and 10th, or something like that. Yeah. So.
Okay. Oh, there's a phone going off in the background. Please ignore that. If it's my phone, it's a spam risk. I apologize to you, sir. We should not treat a star of your caliber in such a cavalier fashion.
That's right, man.
I sincerely apologize for that. Now, tell me, where did you grow up?
Well, originally I'm from East Los Angeles, right there on 4th in Chicago. I went to St. Mary's Grammar School. Then I graduated and I went to Salesian High School in Boyle Heights. Or, no, that's in East LA, right?
No, no, you're in
Salesian,
Boyle Heights all the
Boyle Heights.
way.
Yeah,
Yep.
from Boyle Heights, man.
Yeah. We're a couple of Boyle Heights projects.
That's right, bro.
Now, just as a sidebar, Elvis, let's talk about your early education. You had nuns at St. Mary's? I gather you did. I could tell.
Yeah, we all, well, it was a co-ed, so yeah, I got a lot of education.
Ah,
Yeah.
ah, okay. Let's see. I remember the eighth grade graduation field trip is where all the education took place. Safe for you?
We didn't do any field trips, no, but walking the girls home,
Mm.
it taught me really well.
Ah. And you had Hollenbeck Park right next to you.
Were you there?
Uh,
You weren't watching, were you?
I hid in those bushes. Anyway, what music were you listening to, or were you really paying attention to music? Let's say when you were in middle school, elementary. What is the first song you can really remember hearing?
I think Mac the Knife was one of my favorite songs. And,
Okay.
of course, the doo-wops and the oldies. I just really love that stuff.
Yeah.
And that actually, that Mac the Knife was one of my first karaoke songs that I did. But I'm grateful that people are starting to get out now and starting to party. I just did a 50th wedding anniversary last weekend, so that was very nice. Yeah.
Hey, what is the most requested song at 50th wedding anniversaries?
Well, I'll tell you, man. This is a good question, but it's what the hell's the name of it? Treat Me Nice and Devil in Disguise, and what's that one where shit? My mind just went blank. Um,
I'll leave that one alone.
yeah, it'll come back to me in our next segment.
Your mind or your memory?
Both.
Those are the Elvis songs. Those are the most. How about when you're karaoke and you're doing a 50th?
There, it's. Uh, I like to sing, of course, Elvis, and
Mhm.
then Sinatra and Dean Martin. I love Dean Martin and uh, Engelbert Humperdinck or whatever that guy's name is. I do a lot of that. And,
Yeah.
so
No,
a
I got
genre
yeah,
of
yeah.
different songs.
I hear you do Johnny Cash.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just a couple of Johnny Cash songs that I do, and I do a little routine with Johnny Cash. Like my back is to the audience because my guitar's in the back.
Mm-hmm.
So I turn around and I say, "Hello, I'm Johnny," but without the cash. So that really gets.
That's a good
everybody.
intro. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Don't steal that, by the way.
I like that one. Ah,
Yeah.
so what's coming up for you?
Well, uh, I might be doing. No, I am doing Elvis and karaoke at the Tepeyac restaurant off the 60 freeway. I'm going to be there August the 14th. And then I have another booking October the 8th at Nano's restaurant in Sierra Madre. So I'll be doing Elvis and dancing music, cumbias and merengues and salsa and karaoke.
I bet you all didn't know Elvis did that, huh?
Gotta work it, bro.
Hey,
Gotta go where the money is, man. I'll tell you.
how about the Baldwin Park gig?
The Bowen Park, that's another one that's coming up too. I might be doing a concerts in the park, maybe as opening number.
Ah,
Yeah, so I'm working on that also.
oh yeah.
So things are looking pretty good. But I've done funerals, I've done uh, weddings, circumcisions, divorces, funerals. You know, a little
Hey,
jolly everything.
you ever had chingazos break out in one of your
Oh
gigs?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
These
talk to
these.
me about that. I want to hear
Uh,
about that one. Did you jump
well,
over the table and knock them out?
no,
Oh,
it was
okay.
these two chicks that got into it.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's not good.
I guess I paid too much attention to one, and the other one didn't like it, so they got into it, and yeah,
They
it
they
was
didn't
pretty
tear up
bad.
your equipment.
No, they just
Never mind.
tore my scarf off,
Uh,
man.
well, I've seen that happen at your performances, but I have to admit, it looks like you enjoy it when it happens.
What can I say,
Yeah.
bro? You know, it's fun. I'm really thank God. You know, I'm only 62, and I'm just having a great time. So
You're making me choke like I just took an inhale of a big puff. 62. Okay, yeah, right. Anyway, um, let's talk about the work you do with Friends of Father Murphy.
Oh, Friends of Father Murphy, yes. That was a group that branched out of Salesian High School, the Alumni Association. And basically, what we do, we throw about three or four or five dances to raise money for scholarships.
Eh,
So, you know, the people that we are targeting are the low income kids in grammar school, and we're working on that. And because you know they're single parents and stuff, so they really need help. So we're working on that, and I also have a trip to Laughlin. It's called Laughing to Laughlin with Elvis, and that's in October. That's already sold out. So we have a lot of people that we stay at the Riverside, and I do a little Elvis number on the bus and stuff. So it's a lot of fun, and again, it's a fundraiser to raise money for scholarships.
Okay. Oh, these dances that they throw are at the legendary Steven Steakhouse. If you're from Lavadio, you know Steven Steakhouse,
Oh yeah.
and it is fun when we get together because hey, it's music we all know and love and understand, and it is fun to watch us get together and like, oh, I can dance, says Tequila, but hey,
Yeah, yeah.
great fun.
It's a great venue, and like I say, we're having our next dance. It's going to be August the 21st at Steven's Steakhouse with Chico, and we're going to have the fabulous Blue Satins, and Elvis is going to be performing, and then we might have a old group, Johnny and Joe. They used to be called, or they're called the Heartbreakers. So they might be performing with us. So it's going to be a great show, man. I'll tell you.
Okay, for all the Chicano generation, that's us, man. That's our music. It's like, hey, let's go party.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
the other
absolutely.
thing is, you can ask any lady to dance, and you're never going to hear no, because everybody at our age now wants to be able to get up and do it.
Well, they got to move. We got to
That's
move those
it, man.
muscles, man. I'll tell
Have
you.
a great time.
Yeah.
Elvis,
Yes, sir.
thank you for coming over. The next time you need to shamelessly plug yourself, feel free to call and we'll get it on again.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you,
very
sir.
much.
Appreciate it.
Okay, Elvis is about to leave the house. No, yeah, not the building. This is a house. Okay, maybe. Eee. Okay, I've never seen a Chicano leave late, but I just saw Elvis. Wow. Anyway, gracias all of you for being here. Thank you so very much.